Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action, and I am here with a special update. Today I'm going to go through all of my Japanese VHS collection. I don't know how many people this will interest, but the one thing that I think I do a bit different to other YouTubers is I collect the Japanese VHS as well as DVDs and Blu-rays and Laserdiscs, and I still buy them when I can. It's one of those strange things that I picked up on about a decade ago from other YouTubers and from blogs when I learnt about Japanese VHS and particularly the films that were available on Japanese VHS. 95% of what you're about to see are action films, and I'd say 80% of those are going to be war jungle action films. That just seems to be what I've gravitated towards with Japanese VHS. It also helps that, for the most part, these tapes are uncut, and often they are letterbox widescreen, which can't be said the same for their American or Australian or UK counterparts. The prints are good, mostly uncut, and often widescreen. You can't ask for much more. So let's get looking at my Japanese VHS collection. Okay, there's not really an order to most of this collection, but it does sort of start off with a theme, and we'll just start on here on the left. The first one I've got is the awesome Strike Commando 2, successor to Reb Brown's Strike Commando 1. This one's with Brent Huff, awesome. We've got Double Target. These are both Bruno Mattei films. Another awesome Filipino actioner, really dig this one. The really fantastic Born to Fight. Again, another Brent Huff and Bruno Mattei actioner in the Philippines. Definitely my favourite stuff to collect on this format. The now mostly redundant, as it says here, Alienators, better known as Shocking Dark or hilariously Terminator 2. Now it's on Severin Blu-ray, so I don't need this anymore, but I'm going to keep it because it's Bruno Mattei and it's awesome. Gold Raiders. This one's really cool fun. Volume number 1 in the action series through Victor. They did a really good little mini series of these tapes with Mr. Man Robert Ginty in this film. So yeah, this one really needs a good DVD or Blu-ray. Battleground. This one's awesome. Hell on the Battleground, sorry. I love the Super Action Series sticker on this one. This is a David Pryor film with Ted Pryor. Really good fun. And an excellent quality release. Jungle Rats. This one's really good. So Irvin Johnson is actually Teddy Page. So Jungle Rats is a Teddy Page film. He has a few different names he goes by. Really good fun. This is one of the newer ones I picked up. This is volume number 7 in the action series, Final Reprisal. A very early Gary Daniels, number 1 actually. 1 or 2 of his first films, shot in the Philippines. Really good tape. Jungle Assault. Yet another David Pryor film. Great art on that one. And also one of my more recent ones, very rare, The Secret of King Mai's Island, the other early Gary Daniels film, shot in the Philippines. Good fun adventure film, this. Really underrated because I guess nobody gets to see it, but I really enjoyed it. Cop Game. I really like this one. Some people don't, but another Bruno Mattei actioner. It's got some really funny lines in it. Kind of silly, but yeah, good fun. Big guns. The absolute classic Strike Commando. Reb Brown's masterpiece next to Robo War. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know why we haven't had like an all singing, all dancing 5-disc Blu-ray box set of this yet. It's just crazy. But we did for Robo War. This is one of those tapes that I will never get rid of. I have the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray is amazing. I'm even mentioned on the back credits of the Blu-ray, which is awesome. But I'm hanging on to this tape because it was, at the time, my most expensive VHS. Which, looking back on what I've been spending on things, $100 for this tape is not that much. I have done far worse since, but at the time, that's the first thing I ever bought that was triple figures in VHS. And this was the first tape I ever got, Phantom Soldiers, and still definitely one of the best. Teddy Page's absolutely monumental war action film. Absolutely crazy stuff. There's like 300 people shot to death in this movie. It's some really, really awesome action. On the next one, also one of the first tapes I got, Blood Debts, another Teddy Page action film. Good fun, this one. Got a bit of water damage, unfortunately. If you go back and look at some of my early videos, I may have complained about that, and I'll tell you, it's not actually water. Damn my cat. Battle Geese, another good fun one. Another Teddy Page, I think. Yes, Irvin Johnson. They did so many of these films, so many are interchangeable, but none of them are boring, and that's the main thing. Black Fire stands above quite a lot of them. Yeah, I really like this one. I think the cover's really cool too. Really good one. Teddy Page again. And Rom Christoph there on the front, he shows up in a lot of these films, so you see his face quite a bit. There he is already. Double Edge. This one's great. Ninjas and Guns. This one's great. Really good fun. Do you see now why I collect these things? They're just an awesome time capsule for a lot of these films that, I mean, I don't think most of what I've shown is even on DVD. War Without End. Look at that gun. It's a never-ending gun is what that is. Look at it. Absolutely crazy. All the expats in this film. All those Americans that have just shown up to be in Filipino jungle films. No Dead Heroes. It's got Max Thayer. This one was good. Not one of the better ones, but it was good. Trigon Fire. I don't remember this one actually. I think I watched it. Probably one I need to rewatch if I haven't, because I do not recall Trigon Fire. Rage to Kill. Another David Pryor. This one's had tapes all around the world, and this is not widescreen or anything special, but it's just a really good tape. Sometimes I have done that in that, like the David Pryor ones. I have been getting the Japanese tapes, even though there is no widescreen prints. All I'm getting from the Japanese tapes is Japanese subtitles that I don't want, but for some reason I really enjoy getting them. Invasion Force. Look at that. This one's really weird. This is an action movie being filmed in this action movie, and problems on the set, and then it becomes a real war using the actors. It's quite a strange film. Another David Pryor. This one's great. This is Dead Ringer. Twins. So good. Really good fun. Quite a rare one. I like Dead Ringer. This one was so damn rare. I added the IMDb entry for the film. That's how rare this movie is. Blazing Guns. Another Teddy Page, and one of his best. Just massive amount of gun violence in this film. And an interesting plot for his, it's not... well, it's not set in the Philippines. It may be filmed there, but it's not set there. Can't remember where it was. It was sort of like a like Cuba or something like that, you know, Cuban island. But I thought this one was great, and it really helped that it was such a rare one, and then being awesome. That was great. That's a bonus. Battle Dog the Hunted has another name, and I can't recall what it is at the top of my head. But yeah, more expats. Slash. This one's fantastic. Rom Christoph goes nuts. This one is, yep, Slash. There is a, like some of these, There is no DVD, but there is a DVD. There's a South African company called Impact Video that released a lot of these on DVD. They're pressed, they're good prints, they're full screen, no subtitles. They look like they're from the same master tape that these were made from before they had the subtitles burnt into them, if that makes sense. No idea how legit they are. They're not that easy to get. There is a South African website for them, impactvideo.za or whatever it is. You might be able to get some of them still. But yeah, legitimacy is unknown. So I still have the tape. The tape is awesome. Slash. This one, I don't think there's any other option besides this tape. That's Rolf. This one's mental. And also incredibly rare tape. Definitely one of the more rare ones here. Top 5 rare, I think, out of my collection. Rolf. Took me a long time to obtain this one. And it was well worth the wait. Next one here. Cobra Thunderbolt. This one is it Thai or Hong Kong film? I can't remember this one. I remember it being a good film. I'm just trying to remember where the location was. It wasn't Philippines. Cobra Thunderbolt does have this really awesome sort of armored vehicle in it. So yeah, I need to rewatch that. My memory's failing me a bit. Yeah, get the terrorists. This one's good. I've got the Australian tape as well. It starts off with a big bombing, which is always good. Enjoy that one. Super Commando. I don't remember much about this one, actually. Had this one since the early days. Need to rewatch. Probably just blending in with some of the others. Super Commando. The Violent Breed. This one, is this a Castellari? I think it might have been. Let's remind myself if it is or not. We had an Australian tape of this as well, but the Japanese tape is better. Violent Breed. Another one I need to rewatch, but I remember it being quite good. This one I haven't watched, actually. Codenamed Flash. I got this one free with another order. For some reason I haven't chucked it on yet, but I've been told it was good. Certainly looks the goods. Things blowing up. Last Platoon, which has I need a new case for this one. This one was good. On TDK tape. Just more jungle action. That's a good one. The Hard Way is a very good one. One of those ones that definitely needs a DVD or Blu-ray upgrade. It's got Henry Silver in it. Yeah. This one's good. Cut above some of the others. Command 5. This isn't just cheese. Ah, dear. This has got, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy from One Man Force, and he played, the bloke there in the top middle, is it John Masuzak? Is that his name? Played Sloth in the Goonies. He's the lead guy in this film, and this is like a sort of a pilot. It feels like a pilot show, pilot episode for a like an action adventure serial. That's what it is. It's like Command 5. But yeah, it's really good. Enjoy that one. Look, a horror. There's actually a horror in here. This is the Kindred. At this present moment, this is the best version to get. It's widescreen. It's quite dark, but it's widescreen and it's uncut. DVD is full screen, and the Blu-ray, there is one coming. It's been coming for some time. Synapse is doing it. I don't know, I think we're at year number 4 of them working on it, so who knows when that's coming out, but until it does, this is the tape to get. What one was this again? Don't like it when they don't put the English title somewhere I can see. I've forgotten the name of it. Damn. Yep, and I've forgotten the name, and it... Oh, is this Demon Stone? It could be Demon Stone. I don't know. We'll find out, but it's Sam Jones, and... oh, there it is. In Gold We Trust. There it is. In Gold We Trust. Demon Stone I have on another tape, which is another Sam Jones. Yes, this one was quite good, but I think Jan Michael Vincent went apeshit in this film, from memory. This one's cool, Battle Rats. It's got like a sort of a gold leaf cover. It's hard for it to shine. You see how it sort of has that reflectiveness. Really cool, and this one's quite a rare tape too, Battle Rats. Look at that. Beautiful. Wild Team. Yep. Don't have a great recollection of Wild Team. I did have a Greek tape at one point, but Japanese is best. Striker. This one's great. Frank Sagarino doing a Rambo ripoff. Really good fun, this. It's interesting. While you can't buy it on DVD and Blu-ray anywhere in the world, you can get an LP soundtrack right now of Striker. It's very, very weird. Great film. Needs a release. And this one's an odd one. Magic of the Universe. I'm not sure what I thought of this. Weird sort of fantasy thing. Probably need to rewatch it. I think I didn't enjoy it much when I first watched it, so that means it needs a rewatch. Magic of the Universe. Okay, next shelf. This is Angel of Death, one I haven't watched yet actually. Got this one in the big trade. Looks pretty cool, but yeah, I haven't watched it. Got some Nazis down there, crossbows. Surely that's going to be a good one. This one was great, totally unexpected. Master of the World. This is a sort of a caveman film, so like Clan of the Cave Bear kind of thing, but done by Italians, so it's got beheadings, and there's no dialogue. It's just cavemen doing their caveman thing, and yeah, when one clan battles another clan, and the lead guy is killed, his head's chopped off, and then they feast on his brains because Italians. Yeah, it's a strange film with no dialogue, but I enjoyed it very much. Master of the World. Not sure what other options there are. Probably just that tape. Jungle Virgin Force. Woof. It's got another title, this, but I can't remember what it's called. Is this a Hong Kong film? It might be. Don't recall, actually. Needs a rewatch. Jungle Virgin Force. Ark of the Sun God. This is a Italian production. This one might be Castellari, actually, from memory. But yeah, in the grand tradition of ripping off Indiana Jones, Ark of the Sun God was one of those. It was quite entertaining. Spider Labyrinth. Definitely in my top 10 Italian horrors that need to be released on Blu-ray. This is something that 88 Films should just be putting out, or Vinegar Syndrome. It just has to happen. Spider Labyrinth. Top quality Euro horror. Quite a slow pace until the third act, but it's good, tense story building, I think. And yeah, it really pays off. Spider Labyrinth. Great film. Top Line. This one's great. It's a sci-fi action. Fantastic. Look at that. Has another name as well. Can't remember what it is. Top Line is what I know it as now, but it has another name. There was an Australian tape as well under this title. Good film. Recommend. Nasty Hunter. Yep. This one should go on like Mondo Macabro line, but not sure why it hasn't. It really does need to go on one of those lines. Look at that. Jesus. Yeah. Supernatural Asian horror. Great stuff. Nasty Hunter. American Rickshaw. This is one that is soon to be redundant. There is a German Blu-ray, but there is going to be soon an American Blu-ray released from Diabolic DVD themselves. They have a new sub-label coming out, and their first release is American Rickshaw, which is going to be really cool. I wonder if they'll use that in the cover art. How amazing is that? Yeah, quite a silly Italian horror film, but yeah, you see the usual faces of Americans there that show up. I'm sure we all recognize who that is. Yeah, good fun. American Rickshaw. Looking forward to that Blu-ray actually. Raiders of the Doomed Kingdom. I haven't watched this one. Great cover. Yep, can't comment on this one, but violent war action, no doubt. Mayhem. Got this one on the job lot. This is a City Lights film, who were before PM Entertainment. Mayhem. There's an Australian VHS on the Palace Explosive range. Quite the odd duck of a film, this one. Mayhem. From memory, it's like a criminal that's on the loose. Yeah, there's the big City Lights there. Quite low production values because it's pre-PM Entertainment, so I think it was shot on video, or if not, it was at least made for video. But entertaining. The Rebel. This was one that Extra the Mutilator recommended to me. This one's a good Merzia Merli Eurocrime police film. Really, really good, and surprisingly not on anything besides this tape. Should get picked up by somebody one day. Not sure why it hasn't. Should be definitely worth any label who wants to do some more Eurocrime should pick up The Rebel. Enjoyed very much. Rescue Team, Canon Films. Well, this is one that they released. They didn't make. They did buy and sell some films, and this is one of them, Rescue Team, with Richard Harrison and Romano Christoph, who were always in many films, along with Mike Monty, in the Philippines. Sort of a classic combination. They just kept shooting all these films, so another jungle actioner, good fun. Heroes for Hire. I don't remember this one, actually. It's kind of a crappy cover. It's cool, but it's sort of crappy. I don't know why. He just doesn't look right. Don't recall Heroes for Hire. Need to rewatch. The Expendables, but not the Expendables you're thinking of. This is Sirio Santiago's Expendables, and it's kind of like the original Inglourious Bastards in a way. There's a few films that have done this. Dolph Lundgren had one called War Pigs that was kind of similar to this. Where they get the ragtag team of criminals that get drafted to be sort of emergency soldiers. Hence, they are expendable. Good film. Next one. This is Phantom Raiders. This one's really good. There is another one of those South African DVDs. And I think there's one of those UK like $1 DVDs, I think, for this film. But I prefer the Japanese VHS. Just more fun. Jungle action. Crossbone Territory, or Omega Commando. Have very little recollection of this one. Another one I need to rewatch. That thing looks awesome, though. I don't remember that. That's a good trap. Have to bump this one back up the list. Bye Bye Vietnam, I remember being quite good. Though not very, quite nondescript. Just sort of another in the long line of jungle actioners. But entertaining. This one is mental. God damn. Yeah. This film has a, it's not on the back, has a fantastic, well, okay, this is Jungle Heat, which is cut from a Hong Kong film, I think, and they added some white guy footage. So not like Godfrey Ho cut and paste. It was more like the original Godzilla that had some Americanizing retootling done to it. That's more like Jungle Heat here. This film, though, has a scene where a guy is trapped and he's buried up to his head in the sand. Acid is poured on his head, and then he jumps out of his own skin. It is the most bizarre, strangely violent thing you've ever seen. Jungle Heat. Recommended at least for that scene. Cobra Mission 2. I think this is the sequel. Yes, it is. Nowhere near as good as the first one I found, but still quite entertaining. I don't have the first one on Japanese tape because it's on Blu-ray now from Germany, so I don't have that one anymore. But the second one is still quite good, but just not as good as the first one. Suicide Force, one I haven't watched. Need to get to this one. Yep, can't comment on Suicide Force, but it looks good enough that I bought it. This one's fantastic. W, also called W is War, W for War, but mainly just know W. It's a, kind of crazy, sort of post-apocalyptic Mad Maxy type thing, as you can see there, with really terrible, terrible costumes. But the plot is, the lead protagonist goes on a... The lead protagonist gets his knob chopped off and then has these like crying fits that he can't please his wife. It gets into really strange territory. But other than that, W is a mental time at the movies. Recommended. 2020 Texas Gladiators. Not top tier in the Mad Max clones, but it's a pretty good one, and not on any digital format, which is a shame. It's pretty good fun though. Definitely worth checking out. Memory, the name escapes me. This one. This is the Lucio Fulci one. They haven't written. 2072. 2072. Is it Texas Gladiators? I think that's this one. There's a really crappy Troma DVD of this film that I think just sort of abruptly stops when it gets to the end. Like it just cuts off. So avoid that and get this tape, which might be widescreen as well. Been a while since I put this one on, but it's a good Fulci and one that people don't think about, but they should because it's good. Cop Target with Ginty again. This one's good fun. Leading role for him, going on his bad cop, doesn't follow the books kind of routine. Cop Target. I like that one. It's a great cover too. Is this Tenzan? Yeah, this one is called Tenzan, I think, or Tanzen. I never remember which one it is. They don't seem to have written it there. Oh no, this is Hammerhead. Oh shit, I'm getting these two mixed. There's a couple of Zagarinos. Yes, Hammerhead has also got Daniel Green in it. There he is down there, yeah. This one is good fun. Cop first bad guy action. Hammerhead, yes. Definitely a good one. The cover reminded me of Tenzan, which we will get to. Okay, this film is nuts. The Last Match. This is if you want to see a football team punt a football that has a grenade in it into a helicopter that then explodes, you need to watch The Last Match. It's bonkers. It's all about rescuing somebody from a jail, and one of the last-ditch efforts is to send in the fucking football team to get them out with machine guns. It's just crazy. And the last one in this pile is Miami Cops. This one's had releases in other countries, but tape only again. And is, just sort of a Lethal Weapon kind of rip-off. Miami Cops. And the next one, this is Demon's Stone I was talking about before. Another good adventure fun film here with Jan Michael Vincent. And I think there's an American tape of this one. And I don't think there's much else. But this one's got some sort of supernatural stuff going on there with the Demon's Stone. So, yep, quite a good one to check out. Search and Destroy. This one's kind of a parody. I didn't really enjoy this one too much because it was a bit of a parody. but I haven't watched it in about a decade, so I should check it out again. Deadly Impact I haven't watched yet, actually. Is this a Eurocrime? I'm not going to get much help from the back, am I? Don't recall anything about this one, having not seen it yet. Deadly Impact, I need to look that one up again. This one's great. Just a Damned Soldier. Fantastic cover on this one. Another Rom Christoph. Really, really good one, this. Just a Damned Soldier. Lots of machine guns. Love that cover. Intrusion Cambodia. Just another in the long run of Richard Harrison Filipino jungle films. He does quite a lot. Nothing too special, but it's good fun. This one is Tenzan, More Zagarino. Now, this one is interesting because it is a North Korean film. Shot in North Korea. I guess Frank went over there. So it would have been in the late 80s. Let's see, 87. Went to North Korea, shot this thing. Which is itself is just quite crazy. North Korean action film. And it's actually really good. Quite a lot of action in this one, so yeah. Tenzan, rare film. And Tough to Kill has a really crappy DVD, but you don't want that. This is probably the best version you can get at the moment. One of those ones, again, that needs a Blu-ray. Surprising that it hasn't. I mean, all of these films, as far as I'm concerned, need a Blu-ray, but this is one of those surprising ones. It should be up there with some of the more top-tier jungle action films, and that need to make the transfer across. So yeah, maybe one day. Madigan's Force, another volume 8 in that action series, and this one stars George Nichols is in this. George Nicholas. Yeah, I can't pinpoint what this one was. Madigan's Force. No, this one is escaping my brain, so another to rewatch. This is mental. This is Time Sweeper. Very strange film. Sci-fi horror. I can't remember if it's in the future or if it was just weird. These people go into a warehouse, and when they're in the warehouse, it ends up like time skipping and jumping all over the place, and they get hunted by this creature, and I'm pretty sure it is sort of going forward and backwards in time. I don't remember that spaceship, but I'm assuming it must show up at some point. Very, very weird film. There's an Australian VHS that has like a dripping clock on the cover, which is very rare, and so is this tape. So yeah, odd film, Time Sweeper. Commando Invasion, yet another jungle action film. You really can tell the kind of taste I have in action films on Japanese VHS, don't you? When they all start looking quite similar. Commando Invasion. And the last one in this pile, this is Antonio Margheriti's Indio. Has never had a DVD or Blu-ray, which is quite strange. This one is deserving of more. It has a sequel. Get a gripping cast up there. A sequel I've got on Australian VHS. But this is the the sympathetic native versus sort of the loggers kind of film. Yeah, I really enjoyed Indio. I need to watch 1 and 2 again. And on to the last tapes here. We have Thunder 2, the sequel to Thunder, with Mark Gregory. This is a Fabrizio De Angelis film. And yeah, this is it's kind of a bit like Indio in a way. This is Mark Gregory as the Native American town sheriff and all the shit he has to deal with people trying to take over his town, and that kind of Walking Tall kind of plot, which he then picks up again in Thunder 3, this time with some kind of like bikie gang, I think it was. Some crazy shenanigans going on in these films. The first one's the best, and the third one's the least best, but they're fun, and they are better deserving than being on VHS. They should be a nice trilogy box set, and it's a shame we don't have that. So yeah, Thunder 2 and 3. The next ones, Tiger Joe. These are good to show together. Tiger Joe, and Tornado. These are sort of quasi-sequels to Antonio Margheriti's Last Hunter, which is one of the better, if not one of the best, jungle exploitation films this side of Apocalypse Now, to be honest. And these are the sort of sequels. Both good in their own right, but not as good as Last Hunter. I don't think anyone would argue that, but still good fun. I love that shot on Tornado. Good stuff, rare tapes. And, yep, down to the last 4. This is the Black Cobra. And I can see Extra the Mutilator having a sad face right now because he is after this tape badly. I got this one about a decade ago, I think now. And it must not have been too hard back then to get it. I don't remember searching too hard for it back then. But Black Cobra is a great series of, well, sort of ripping off Cobra. And with, well, let's just line them all up. There's Cobra. There's Cobra 2, Black Cobra 2. And then the series sort of ends there, Cobra 3, Black Cobra 3. But the cheeky Japanese distributors made a Black Cobra 4 using footage from Black Cobra 3. Yeah, this film, this one particularly, is Fred Williamson didn't even know it was happening because he's not technically in it. It's footage from previous films. It's a shambles, absolute shambles. It shouldn't even be classed as a film, but the first 3 are all gold, and then there's a 4th film, and that's Black Cobra. And that's it. That's my Japanese VHS collection, and now they're back in their triple stacked cupboard. I wish I had a better place to put them, but space is a premium in the man cave. So when I need to get to the ones at the back, I've got to go digging. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.